Hello my gorgeous Aries, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my beautiful, my precious, my gorgeous, my intelligent Aries, and it's for March 2019. Now we are having an amazing time this month, because it is not only about your own rejuvenation, it is not only about your own rebirth. There are a couple of things that are going to surprise you this month, indeed, and this couple of things that are going to surprise you this month are going to be so much to do with what you have been doing so much to do with what you have been focusing on so far, but also there is going to be a rather surprising realization that is going to come through someone as well, through somebody who you know. But then again, on another hand, that is going to be really wonderful for you, because it is going to be absolutely fantastic new starting point. So March, my beautiful Aries, it's all about a new starting point indeed, and this starting point is just going to basically be very motivating for you, and you are going to actually kind of find yourself this month. So you're going to find yourself this month, and when I say find yourself, you're going to rediscover yourself this month, and this is going to be really good, because on one hand it's just going to make you feel very optimistic, on another hand it is going to have a really wonderful impact on you and then on the people around you, and also you are going to be having a really nice sense of achievement indeed. Actually, when it comes to the numbers, you are having a number 1. I mean, what can I say? It's not only about number 1 like a new starting point. This is a really powerful time of achievement and a powerful time of unfoldment, which means that you're going to be very powerful, and also it's really going to be a great month to actually kind of like get along with like a certain challenges, or get along with certain things that you don't feel so comfortable about, with certain problems you don't really want to deal with certain people you don't really want to come across again. You know, this is going to be brilliant, because it is going to give you a really wonderful energy that is just going, on one hand, it's going to be very protective over you, but on another hand, it's just going to make you feel really powerful. So you're going to be doing the right things, you're going to be saying the right things. So you have to use this energy, you have to use this power. And when I say to use it, just go and do as much as you can. Go and explore as much as you can. This is going to be a great month for not only your own personal achievement and unfoldment, but also it's going to be great month for you, kind of like exploring yourself, exploring your life. Like you're gonna feel like you want to do certain challenges. You're gonna feel quite adventurous. Number 1, it also means that there is a whole new stage about to be revealed to you this month, and also financially a new starting point. And financially there is going to be a good news. But on another hand, when it comes to like a kind of like a future planning, and when it comes to the certain point that you were thinking about, when it comes to your future planning, there is something going to become very evident to you, and that is going to become evident to you, it's going to be literally life changing. Number 1 also means a swift activity with those things, you know, that you haven't noticed any progress so far, and a certain family member also is going to have a rather good news, really good news. If it's not a certain family member, then it's going to be a friend of yours who means to you so much, and sometimes the energy is really similar, so it's pretty difficult to say, but certainly somebody who means to you so much is finally going to start kind of working on top of their problem, and finally they're going to kind of start achieve something very special, and that's going to mean to them a lot, and it's going to mean to you quite a lot as well. So March is going to be really good indeed. Now when it comes to the actual health, you are going to kind of, on one hand, the energy is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, anyway, so your energy is going to be really good, mind-blowing, and it's just going to kind of make you feel very optimistic. It's going to make you feel really good. And I think that the March is really, but to be quite honest with you, March is going to be the month of your own personal awakening. It's not only about the spiritual awakening, but it's a lot to do with your own feeling. It's a lot to do with your grounding. It's a lot to do with your own spirituality. It's a lot to do with you being happy again. I'm not saying that you were miserable, sad, or anything like that, but most certainly this is going to be your sunshine month. Your sunshine month, and it's just going to make you feel really good inside. It's going to make you feel really good, and there are little butterflies that are going to be like kind of like a flying inside, you know. It's really good, because you're going to literally start feeling your energy back, and that in itself is just going to be absolutely wonderful. So energy wise it's going to be brilliant, but when it comes to the actual health, there are going to be like a little bit of like cold and flu symptoms that are going to be very, very strong. Not strong, but they're going to be like a cold and flu symptoms, which means that you are going to be like a prone to certain cold and flu, and you're going to be sensitive when it comes to these particular areas. And I would like to kind of suggest you to get something like a Cerola cherry. It's the basically powder, natural vitamin C powder. It is a very, very strong vitamin C indeed, and I prefer to take this, and I prefer you to take this because it's a natural form of vitamin C without any ingredients. If you can get a Cerola cherry, which is organic, you know, like a completely natural without anything added whatsoever, and all that you need to do is just take 1 little teaspoon in that much water every single day, or every now and then, just when you feel like you need a little bit of boost. But throughout March, I would highly suggest you to take a Cerola cherry powder. This is a purely a natural powder, and also basically it's just, sorry, I'm looking at Cressida. She saw like a little bird, and now she's like all like in this she's in a hiding mode. She's like a little panther at the moment on top of the window here, like trying to, like, she's stalking bird. So cute. Yeah, anyway, so a Cerola cherry basically is the powder that I would love you to actually take it throughout the month. And this is like a powder you take a little teaspoon, you mix up a little bit of water, and it's not going to just melt straight away. Remember, this is no chemicals, no rubbish, no nothing, just a Cerola cherry powder, which is highly ridiculously high in vitamin C. It's like at around 1000 milligrams just per 1 little teaspoon. So if you can put this like in a little like a glass of water, just to mix it up, and then just break the rest that's around, because they're going to be like a little bubbles of like a little powder. This is natural, so you're just going to need to like kind of break a little bit more with your teaspoon, and try to drink this throughout the actual month. And that is going to be so good, because it's actually going to be good for your rejuvenation. It's going to boost your vitamin C intake, and it's a completely natural. It's called a Cerola cherry powder. Okay, and on another hand, what else I would like you to take, what I spoke about it before so many times, it's called golden seal. Little tincture that is called golden seal. I've recommended this before. It's very important to take. It's a very good herb which can boost actually immune system, and it's fantastic to take with this combination of a Cerola powder, and it's called golden seal tincture. Okay, I prefer tincture because it absorbs much quicker. So I would like you to kind of take this, get this, and if you are on any other medications, please check with your doctor if you're breastfeeding, if you're pregnant and things like that. I'm not too sure. I don't think that you can actually take it. So just check with your doctor, and your GP, because they will tell you whether you can take this or whether this can interact with your existing medications. On another hand, what else I was going to say, that basically it is just now the first date that I need you to pay attention to. It's actually going to be the 2nd of March. Now, the 2nd of March is going to be actually a really interesting day, because it is just going to be on this particular day. It is just, it is going to be the situation that is going to arise, that is going to make you feel like a little bit uneasy. It is going to make you feel like, oh God, that you're like a little bit of part of like a slightly different dimension. It's going to make you feel like you need like a little bit of like some kind of like a grounding on that particular day, and that grounding is just not going to come out of the blue. It is just going to be the energy on that particular day. It's going to be a little bit strange, and you are going to be a little bit sensitive. You're going to be able to sense this. So if you need to launch like a certain new projects, try to avoid the 2nd of March, because the 2nd of March is not going to be the good day, and the energy and the balance is not going to be that right. And also it is just kind of like, if you do have to start something new on this particular day, then it is just not going to be as successful as could be, and I don't think it's going to be a lucky day. So 3rd of March is just going to be absolutely fine, but if you can kind of avoid the 2nd of March, it would be absolutely brilliant. Okay, and what else I was going to say, that is just also going to be like somebody is just going to also react in a certain way, and it is just kind of going to affect you, because it's just going to make you wonder how people can actually react in a certain way, and why people are doing this. But then again, this is going to be really good for you, because it's just going to tap into the certain part of your mind, tap into the certain part of your memory, tap into the certain part of your energy, and it's going to be very interesting, because something is going to be kind of become become available to you, and something is going to become obvious to you through this situation, but it's something to do with you, something to do with your skill, and something to do with what you're doing now, and something to do with what you would like to do later on. On another hand, there is a certain Capricorn that is just going to play a really important role to you on this day. Certain Capricorn is going to play an important role on this day. Or what else I was going to say, that when it comes to the actual the certain decision that you made like around 8 months ago, certain decision that you made around 8 months ago, 7 or 8 months ago, it was just kind of like it wasn't necessarily the decision, but it was like some kind of like a direction that you decided to go, the direction that you wanted to take, and it was just a kind of in progress, slow. So now there is going to be a very important indication that you're going to have by the end of the 2nd of March. By the end of that day, there is an important indication that you are going to have, and this is going to be brilliant, because first of all, you're going to think that this day is going to be like, oh God, it's a bit weird today, you know, whatever. But then it's going to be quite good, because you've got your little bit of a yin yang here, indeed, of course, and the yin yang is bringing you the actual very, very good and swift activity and change and movement with that particular area in this particular stage of your life that actually hasn't been moving for a while. Okay, and what else I was going to say, that you know what is actually absolutely brilliant, it's to get something like an amethyst, you see, because amethyst is so good. You see, I'm wearing one now, very, very beautiful crystal, very powerful crystal, very significant crystal, but especially when it comes to like lots of things that we are going through, lots of changes that we are going through, sometimes we need like a little bit of grounding, but we want to keep our third psychic eye really sharp and really enhanced, you know, and this is exactly what the amethyst is going to do. So if we are having a little difficulties, or if we are dealing with a certain people who are just making us feel a little bit uncomfortable, then this is something that I would really highly recommend, especially at around the time when I said that if you are kind of like having difficulties launching new projects and things like that, and you have to do it, you don't have a choice, you need to do it on these particular days, and you don't really feel right, then the amethyst is absolutely brilliant for you to have. I would highly suggest you to wear amethyst throughout March, and April is also going to be very important, because you're going to need something to protect you for the grounding, because your energy is going to be very strong, your energy is going to be very powerful. So on one hand, you're going to be spiritually open really wonderfully, which you will receive so much information, but on another hand, you're just going to need to kind of protect yourself at the same time. This gorgeous amethyst. Sorry! This gorgeous amethyst is absolutely beautiful. It comes with a sterling silver setting, and it also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the actual link is in the description below, and this is something that I highly recommend indeed. What else I was going to say, the second important day, my beautiful Aries, is actually going to be on the 13th of March. Now, the 13th of March is just wow. You really have got a little bit of a live and learn. It is a very special month when it comes to you, when it comes to your own development, when it comes to your own spirituality, when it comes to your own spiritual journey, because this is the second date and second time, which is the 13th of March, but it's a very important day. Just think about this, 1-3, and then it's 3 again. So you've got like this is 13, and then you've got number 3 again. So this is absolutely brilliant, and it's very significant. On one hand, this is going to be a very powerful day. You will be able to feel a slightly different dimension. You're going to feel slightly different, but in a really good way. You're going to have a lot of ideas, but you need to be really careful. You see, this is what I was saying before. There is somebody, some little some little bastard, okay, it's going to kind of manifest, and I don't like this person. There's somebody really horrible, somebody with really dark energy. I would not like to look at this person for too long, because I'm going to start feeling sick. No, but basically this is the energy that I feel, and it's just not a really good person. So just be very careful, because somebody on this day is going to try to lie to you. Somebody on this day is just going to be like a little bit dishonest to you. So somebody on this day is also going to to try to do something, not in a completely bad way, and nobody's going to affect you, nobody's going to do something really bad, nobody's going to do something completely negative, but they will try. And you're going to kind of realize this, and you're going to realize that you just need to kind of turn things upside down. You're just going to realize that in order to move on from this situation, you're just going to have to look at the things from a slightly different angle. That's all. So that's why I'm saying it's not actually that bad, because that person is just somebody who's really deceptive, but they're not going to decept you. They're not going to do something like that to you. But on top of that, you are actually going to be the one who's actually going to get something out of it. And number 6, it's also going to be very important, which means 6 months later, after this moment, after this point, there is something very beautiful that is going to develop. So now 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is going to be at around the 13th of September, when there is going to be a very important stage in your life, very important development in your life, very important unfoldment in your life that is going to stem from this situation, believe me or not, from this tricky situation that you are going to do really, really well. On another hand, what else I was going to say, this is really also going to be a very important day when it comes to your relationships, and very important day when it comes to your friends, and very important days when it comes to your family members. But there is something really important, union going to become very significant between you and somebody else on this particular day by the end of the day as well. Okay, so now the third important date is going to be the 28th of March. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la, baby. The 28th of March is going to be really good, because it's all going to be like about a little phone call. It is all going to be about a little email, little text message, a little chat, you know, that you are going to have. And the little email, little chat that you are going to have, it's just going to be people who are going to let you know, you're going to be made aware of the fact that, you know, you are actually going to be surprised really nicely. And it's a lot to do with your financial situation. It's a lot to do with your success and material attainment, and this is going to be really most certainly wonderful for you, because it's just going to be your own advantage, and also it is going to have direct impact on your well-being, direct impact on your abundance, and also it is just all about your victory that is coming from the fact that the wish is going to come through. The big stage of your life is just going to kind of start unfolding really beautifully here, and this is all connected to your big wish. And now it is not the final stage or the certain main point, but it's just most certainly this, what is going to happen on 28th of March is going to be life-changing. It's going to be absolutely amazing, because that moment, that day, that time, it is just going to be absolutely life-changing for you, and you will know this, and there is something going to be revealed, and that is going to be revealed, it is just going to give you the key to the actual happiness. And let me just tell you something, it is just a new harmony that is going to come through, and what you're going to need to do, just change things a little bit, make a little edit, make a little adjustment. But this is fantastic, because you are also going to be under a really good influence by somebody else, and you're going to be influenced by the right person. And what else is going to happen on the 28th of March, my babies? On the 28th of March, you're also going to have an omen that you are going to have on the 28th of March. Is going to be connected to your childhood. It's going to be connected to you. It's going to be connected to what you're doing now, and it's going to be connected to the big, massive, huge question that you are going to have. This is going to be absolutely wonderful, and this omen is going to come in a form of a little animal. This can be absolutely anything. It can happen at any time. It can happen absolutely anywhere. But when you see it, you will know it, because you're going to feel strange, you're going to feel different, you're going to feel unusual. And these animals, there is something going to be upside down, something to do with the upside down. These words are going to be just very, very significant when this actually happens. So expect for a little omen. And also you have to remember, what were you thinking about the time? How can you put this omen together? What this means, you know, and try to just make a sense how this actually means to you, because this is going to be directly connected to your own personal spiritual journey. And when it comes to recognizing our omens, you see, I highly suggest to get lapis lazuli, also known as a stone of an ancient Egypt, and it's absolutely absolutely beautiful. This comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. And I highly suggest to wear lapis lazuli throughout March and April again, because it is just going to be lapis lazuli is fantastic to recognize your own omen, to understand your own omens, to see your own omens, to get connected to your omens, to be with your omen, to see the sense out of your omens, you see. And this is why lapis lazuli is absolutely brilliant, because it helps you to connect to these things, and on another hand it helps you to enhance your third psychic eye, and it just helps you to get the sharpest possible picture of what's going on around you. Okay, so what else I was going to say, my beautiful, beautiful Aries, to start with, March is just all going, March is going to make you feel very, very creative. And this is going to be your key. This is going to be your starting point. And this is why I'm so happy about you, because I know how much this is going to reflect on you. Big smile on your face. A nice, beautiful creativity is bringing you the whole new promise. The whole new promise is coming through, which is just going to be the month of your own personal activation in the personal new beginnings. When it comes to the actual first part of March 2019, there is an offer that is going to come through, that is going to come forward. There is an offer, and that offer is just going to be so much to do with your own personal apprenticeships, with what you do, and with the next stage of your life. And there is going to be strong commitment to the task that you are actually going to have. You need to be a little bit careful, because there is somebody going to try to kind of be in control, and you just have to remember, try to be control over you, and you just have to remember, you just go for it, do it, you just focus. You remember, my babies, you just remember me. All you need to do is just focus, go for it, do whatever you want to, however you want to, just go for it. Try not to get distracted or anything like that. If there is somebody who's like sitting on top of you, like trying to control you in a certain way while you're trying to do your best, you just ignore and just think about what you're doing, and just focus, because you will do really, really great. And I can see that you will really clearly have a really wonderful power over the adjustment of your own balance, and that is just going to be the new starting point. Well done. And this is where like this magic is going to come through and forward, when you're going to realize something really important about yourself and your skills. On another hand, my babies, there is a big change that you are going to have when it comes to your immediate home, immediate family, and things like that. There is a big change that you are going to have. It's a good change indeed, and that change is just going to make you feel happy. This change is going to make feel everybody happy, because a lot of other people are going to benefit from it indeed. A very big happiness I'm seeing. And also there is something really important going to happen when it comes to somebody who means to you so much, with a certain family member. You're going to feel really, really happy. This is going to be the time of fertility. Fertility is going to be very significant. Fertility is going to be very strong when it comes to this time. Don't say I didn't let you know. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, the whole new inspiration. This is when your vavavoom is going to come through. This is when your power is going to come through. This is the time, if you're awakening, there's an inspiration and potential going to come through. You're going to like it, because it's just going to motivate you like there is no tomorrow. But you will know that there is a challenge that is coming through it, and this challenge is important, because the challenge is just going to make you realize that it's all about your own practicality and security. If you don't go for it, you're not going to get where you want to get. If you don't go for it, you're not going to do what you want to do. If you don't go for it, you're not going to achieve what you want to achieve. So to have, and I need you to go for it, because you're going to do really well. If you get like a little bit of distracted, just go for it, you're going to be absolutely fine. Okay, now there is going to be, by the time we get to the mid part of March 2019, of course, there is a great honor that you are going to have, great recognition that you are going to have from the person that you want to have. If you are retired, this is also going to be a very important stage, very important part of your life, where you are going to have a recognition from somebody who you think really highly of. If you're working, then it's recognition from somebody really important, or it could even be like when it's a family member, like a really important recognition. Something is going to be offered to you, but what is going to be offered to you, it's also going to come with a little and that little that you're going to have is just going to be connected to like a little bit of heartbreaking situation, which just means that you're going to have to make a little decision here. If you want to move along, move forward, you're also going to need to kind of like cut something out of your life and make it a decision that is just kind of like making you feel like a little bit scared, because it's just so much connected to the time of your life that when you're just kind of it's connected to a certain uncertainty, you see. And also, what else I was going to say, very strong nostalgia, you know, you're gonna kind of like feel very much so connected to your childhood, and it's also emotionally, you will be like very much so ready to see people you haven't seen in a long time. So it's the time of reconnection with the people, with the real people in your life, with the real relationships. And you know, it's socially, this is going to be a really important point. And socially, you are going to meet with somebody, and that person is going to also have a really wonderful influence and impact on you. It's somebody who is a little bit strange, but somebody who inspires you, and somebody who is going to inspire you in so many different ways. This is going to be really good, because it's just going to give you like some kind of idea what to do with a certain possession of yours, okay? There's a whole new assertiveness that is going to come through forward, and through your own assertiveness, through your own concentration, through your own like a kind of like a holding to the certain points and just go for it, that you are going to be free. In fact, for the mid-March to the end of March, to the last part of March, you're just going to feel absolutely good. You're going to feel absolutely brilliant, and there's the whole new freedom that is going to come through, that is going to come forward, and you're going to realize something really important, and that important realization that you are going to have, it is also going to kind of be connected to your future planning, and to the actual moderation. You just have to remember one step at a time, okay? And also, you know, big problem is going to come to an end. I'm so great for this, because this problem was also giving you lots of sleepless nights. This problem was also like kind of concerning you. It was concerning other people around you, and that problem is coming to an end. That's absolutely good. I have to tell you, okay, that's brilliant. But on another hand, ooh la la, when it comes to the actual court case or something like that, when it comes to somebody deciding something for you, there is a really good realization that you are going to have. Not realization, but it's going to be like a news that you're going to have, and it's a lot about your own personal justice. Your justice is going to come through. Your justice is going to come forward, and I can tell you that this is going to be really good indeed, because after that moment, you're just going to be like, oh, thank God for that. So your justice is most certainly coming. And also an important time, like the last part of March, is also going to be a really important time for the couples indeed. For those of you that are in relationships, like the last part of March is going to be so good. You're going to feel very close. You're going to feel really warm and really powerful, and there is something that is going to come to an end, and there's something that is going to start new. And this is all going to do with like two people getting closer together, two people enjoying each other, and two people are just going to come up with something really important, something really big, and something really powerful, and you will see exactly what I mean. So this is going to be the end of March. It's going to be like, my God, absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to those of you that are in relationships, okay? And also, you know, it's like, and there's going to be the moment where you will think like maybe at the end of March as well, it just like a kind of, you will think like you want to kind of like chill out a little bit. You want to like, you will need to like kind of break down the work and the business and things like that. This is going to be an important time when it comes to work-life balance. I do see you thinking about the travel. I do see you thinking about a certain journey, and this is going to become really evident and really relevant to you, your current situation, to your current power, because it's going to be really important for your own rejuvenation. This can only be like you going away for a couple of days somewhere or something like that, you see. But it's just most certainly it's going to be very beneficial for your work, life, and balance, and for your own personal energy. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. And also when it comes to work, when it comes to doing things, when it comes to being busy, you're going to be so busy at around the end of March, my goodness. And it's going to be so busy that you're going to get to the point like, oh my God, oh, I can't do this. No, you absolutely can. You can just Just remember my words. You're very powerful. You're really strong. You're absolutely amazing, Aries. You're incredible. Once you put your mind to something, you just go for it like amazingly, And so, because you will be tested again, and you're going to be amazed with your own stamina. You're going to be amazed with your own achievement, and it's going to be a really important moment, really important point, Aries. Please listen to me. The end of March is going to bring the situation where you are really going to have to trust yourself. Your intuition is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Your intuition is going to be very, very strong. In fact, the last part of March, the last week of month, you are going to be so intuitive like you haven't been in a many years. And that's why I'm saying you are going to come across with a situation where you are really going to have to kind of a step back from the situation. Don't rush. Number four is going to be very significant. Number 4 is going to be very symbolic. Number 4 is going to be very powerful when it comes to this particular situation. You need to use your intuition. You need to step back from the situation. You're gonna be part of the tricky scenario. Not bad, not negative, but you will just not know what to do, and just you're gonna need to step back from the situation. And just remember, not rush into anything before you step back from the situation and use your own intuition. And your own intuition is just going to be so powerful. This is going to be an amazing beginning of something completely new, something completely different in your life, and this is going to be just the beginning, tiny little beginning. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's basically July, the end of July 2019. The end of July 2019 is going to be directly connected to this situation, directly connected to this intuition, directly connected to this decision. Okay, and this is just going to be the continuation. Okay. So the end of July is just going to be the direct continuation of what was happening. The end of July is just going to be really important. The end of July is going to be the new beginning. The end of July is going to be absolutely golden for you. And it's just all going to stem from this situation. And all I say is listen to your own intuition. Listen to your own intuition. Don't ask anyone else. Okay, listen. Don't ask Mary, John, or Jane. Listen to your own intuition, because your own intuition is not going to lead you astray. Your own intuition is going to be very, very powerful, and this is going to be the direct result of you making a really important decision out of your own intuition. And although it's going to seem really, really tiny at the beginning, but you will see later on exactly what I was talking about. Okay, so now my babies, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you that are in relationship. Okay, Aries. Okay, so this is for March 2019, and it's for you gorgeous Aries that are in relationship. Oh, okay, this doesn't absolutely surprise me. This is absolutely brilliant. Here we go. It's the really fantastic situation you're going to have. This is going to be like a literal rebirth of both of you. There is the resolution of the problem is coming to an end. That particular resolution of the problem is just so good, and this particular resolution of the problem is just been going on in your life and your partner's life for the last 3 months. Okay, so there is a resolution to the problem that is going to come in a form of conclusion, a wonderful conclusion which is just going to have a wonderful and amazing and healing effect on both of you. Okay, so this is going to be the start of the new beginning when it comes to you two, and it's most certainly is just going to have a wonderful healing effect on you. I'll already say that this is an important month for the couple, a powerful month for the couples, you know, when the big, huge, massive problem is going to actually come to an end. But especially at around the end of March, which is going to be like the last week of March, which is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing, especially when it comes to the couples, because you will see that there is something really good going to unfold for you too. But when it comes to you and your relationship, something huge is going to happen, because you're going to take something really, really big on, and it's to do with both of you together. This is going to be good. This is going to be big. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to concentrate on those of you that are single. Aries that are single. Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Ooh la la, again. Okay. Ooh, my lord. Now, this is going to be a really interesting month for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, because mingle is most certainly coming. Mingle is most certainly coming, because you've got a death card here. You see, that's a wonderful card. Death card is a brilliant card when it comes to those of you that are single, when it comes to those of you that don't want to be single anymore, because there is a certain stage that is coming to an end. Certain stage is coming to an end. A new stage is about to start, and this is why you've got a death card. So when it comes to those of you that are single and you don't want to be single much longer, you're not going to be single much longer, because there is someone really special coming. But first, there is the control over the situation that you're going to have. There is the control over the situation that you need to have. There's the control over the situation that you will have when it comes to your life, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your money. So first of all, there is a balance going to change a little bit, and once the balance changes, you're going to make a really important decision, and that decision is just going to help you to see the whole new reflection, but it's going to give you the whole new control over a situation. And that is going to be the time when you're going to meet someone really powerful, someone really special, and somebody really significant. This person is going to be very smart, very clever, and this person is also going to kind of be very interesting, very beautiful, and very successful, but very spiritual as well at the same time. Don't get like too sad or anything like that if you don't meet this person in March. My goodness, that doesn't matter. The bottom line is that this person is going to start manifest themselves in March. This person is going to manifest themselves in March. So you may even meet this person, you may talk to this person, and you may not even be aware of it, but this is somebody who is going to become your vavavoom lava, somebody who's going to become a really important part of your life, and somebody who is actually going to help you to get to the certain stage, certain area, certain dimension in your life where you didn't get before, and it's just going to make you feel slightly different, and it's also going to kind of open your eyes towards different things in your life, and you're gonna like it. Okay, so there is someone that is going to come through, that is going to come forward, that you're going to meet this month, and it's just going to be very special indeed. Okay, my beautiful, my gorgeous Aries, I absolutely love you to bits. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light. Mwah. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.